light and dark back to back? Your darkness belongs to you, just the same way your light does. With you, I think they might meet in a way nobody's seen before. Wonder where that road leads. I'd like to see myself.
I'm taking the middle road.
Do you mean the Twilight Road to Nightfall?
No. It's the road to dawn.
Hello, everyone, and welcome all. Let me go and get my music first. Okay. There we go. Music's on. All right, anyway. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Welcome to my very first episode of my Kingdom Hearts podcast, Walking to Dawn. This is where I sit down here and talk about Kingdom Hearts series of lore for every 13th day of the month. Why 13? Because of Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, we know that is the Kingdom Hearts lucky number. So, I'm going to be for real with y'all. This is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time in terms of discussing Kingdom Hearts theories and lore. Now, obviously, you guys know me as the guy who talks about theories and lore and all that stuff for the Legend of Zelda series, which, of course, I'm going to still continue on doing that for sure. I'm never going to stop talking about Zelda theories and lore. But I decided to get my feet wet and decided to take a dive into something new and talk about Kingdom Hearts series and lore. So, and I'll be honest with y'all, I'm partially a bit nervous about this. I'm a little bit nervous, but obviously y'all know by the time of this recording, I've only been a fan of Kingdom Hearts for 8.5 years, going on 9 years in January of 2025. So I'm going to sit here and do my best. That is why we're here. We are going to definitely do my best. So, if you guys are new here to the channel, please don't forget to do the following by liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good jazz. It really helps out. And if I say anything in terms of theories of lore for this episode that is incorrect, I just want to say I do apologize. Like I said, this is just my first time doing this for Kingdom Hearts theories and lore, but I'm hoping I'm going to do good today. That definitely is my goal. My goal is to definitely do my best. So come with me, guys. Let's go on a journey together. As for this episode, we walk the road to dawn. We're walking the road to dawn. And looking at Twitch chat, we have Trousers and Valkyrie and Bahamut. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. Or should I say Friday the 13th by the time of this recording. So, okay, guys. So for today's episode, we are going to be tackling some Kingdom Hearts quotes that I considered to be powerful. Now, I'm sure most of us know, like for a lot of us who play Kingdom Hearts, we all know that there definitely are a lot of powerful quotes. And by quotes, I mean like ones that are considered to be powerful and how they impact a lot of mostly majority of the cast within the Kingdom Hearts series. So, of course, we're not going to go through all of them because then we'd be here forever. But I decided to pick 7. I decided to pick 7 quotes, in my opinion, which I consider to be powerful. The only reason why I picked 7 because I just feel like it's a strong reference to 7 of Light. I mean, heck, maybe one day we'll do another episode where I do 13 to represent 13 darknesses. But to me, these will be, I guess you can call these quotes that I picked are going to be representation of 7 of Light. And then maybe for a future episode, we'll do 13 to represent 13 darknesses. Maybe one day. Well, I'll definitely will consider it. So anyway, and also what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing some backup videos as well to back up my argument for my quotes. So, while the music is playing, I'm going to go ahead and get my first video out. I'm going to go and get my first one out when we're ready. Give me a second. I gotta find it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, y'all. So, with me here right now in my notebook, I do have a list. I do have a list of the seven Kingdom Hearts quotes that I picked. And we're going to go ahead and start with the first one. So here we go, y'all. Let me go ahead and take a sip of my water real quick before we start. Alright, y'all. So it's officially time. Here we go. So my first quote is obviously, I'm sure this is one that everybody here knows, or any Kingdom Hearts fan would know. You guys know that we are going to be taking a dive to the first quote, "My friends are my power." Now, for starters, we all know that that is definitely one of the most popular and famous quotes amongst the Kingdom Hearts series. We all know that is definitely one of Sora's iconic lines within the Kingdom Hearts series. And I feel like, in a psychological standpoint, I feel that like throughout this series, all the way by jumping back from Kingdom Hearts 1, jumping forward to Kingdom Hearts 3, and hopefully we probably might see more of that quote, or more like a reference to it in the future for Kingdom Hearts 4. I feel that quote just goes deep within Sora's character. We all know that Sora was just like the boy who grew up on Destiny Islands. You know, he definitely is there for his friends, definitely being able to see the good in people. But Sora has grown a lot since like the very first Kingdom Hearts game. Like, being separated from his home, being separated from his friends back on Destiny Islands, back in Kingdom Hearts 1. And then, like, being chosen to be a wielder of the Keyblade, even though we all know for a standing point, he didn't get to choose this. They chose him for the job. And he's been going on so many adventures with his friends, especially his loyal half-pints with Donald and Goofy. But he's gone on so many journeys within the Kingdom Hearts series. And I feel that, like, you know, there's always going to be some good moments and a lot of bad moments. But to me, as a fighter, Sora doesn't know when to quit. He keeps on going. He always just have that strong belief of his friends in his heart. Just, like, because I do feel like in his mind, like, the whole, "my friends are my power," just lives rent-free in his head. Like, he knows, like whether the going does get tough, like, his friends are going to be there for him no matter what. Like, they're always there for them. So I feel like that is just a really important quote. But I also do want to talk about, like, how if we were to go back in a chronological standpoint, going back to Birth by Sleep, we can definitely say that this is way before Sora decided to go on his journey. We know that even Ventus was the one who actually started this first. And of course, for anyone who has played Birth by Sleep, you definitely are familiar with, of course, the scene that happens before the fight against Vanitas. Now, for starters, we all know that Ventus was that one character to where, you know, he grew up on obviously we all know that he doesn't have much. Like I said, if I say anything that's incorrect, I really do apologize. I'm doing my best here. Obviously, we all know that he does have no recollection of anything that happened in Union Cross, but we do know one of the most important things from Birth by Sleep. He has two friends who he definitely looks up to, Terra and Aqua, and we all know that mostly, like, in majority of Birth by Sleep, you know, like, Ventus just had, like, oh my god, how do I say this? I'm trying to find the words. Honestly, I can say that Ventus has been through a lot. Like, you know, after learning about how his friend Terra did not win the Mark of Mastery exam, he definitely goes on his journey to go find his friend and to bring him back, and definitely try to reason with him. But honestly, when you do think about it, Ventus has been through a lot, or like how Master Xehanort says, the boy who actually failed to be a weapon. Like honestly, that's pretty deep, especially coming from Master Xehanort. But honestly, but to me, the scene where Ventus is getting ready to fight Vanitas, where he definitely, like, you know, like, shouts at Vanitas saying, like, "Oh, at least I have some. I become a part of theirs, just like how they've been a part of mine. My friends are my power, and I'm theirs. And I feel like that, like, you know, even though Ventus, you know, Ventus is always like trying to do his best, you know, just like you know, before Sora's journey, you know, Van doesn't know when to quit. He's still going. He keeps on fighting, and I feel like that is also is just a quote that just lives rent free in his head. My friends and my power, and I feel like that after he shared a heart with Sora after the end of Birth by Sleep, I feel like that is also was like a very inspirational kind of quote to Sora. So, you know, part of me can probably think that every time that like that Sora always says, my friends and my power, it could probably be, I mean, I've always had this strong theory that, like, that maybe, like, even though that Ventus's heart was sleeping within Sora, I always feel like that quote, like, that line, my friends and my power, is Ventus speaking to Sora. I mean, obviously, you guys know that we've had multiple occasions within the Kingdom Hearts series to where Roxas actually talks through Sora. Like, one example I can give is in Kingdom Hearts 3, where Sora actually interacts with Xion for the first time, to where he says, "Please don't do this." I mean, obviously, we guys know that is absolutely Roxas talking through Sora to try to reason with Xion, but that is just definitely is like my strong theory. Like, I just feel like that, like, my friends and my power is just a quote that's just very inspirational. It just lives rent free in his head, and I feel like that it's a quote to where Ventus is actually speaking to Sora, just to kind of like keep Sora going, to keep him going in the journey, to let him know that everything is going to be okay. You know, there are going to be some tough battles, some fight, a lot of perilous journeys, even though at times where Sora probably might even have to sacrifice himself. But I feel like that as a character, like, Sora just keeps getting stronger no matter what. And hopefully we're going to see more to him. And I feel like that this quote is definitely going to impact him in a way even further within Kingdom Hearts 4. So I'm hoping we definitely get to see more of that. And I would definitely like to show a video of like how this quote actually impacts Sora and Ventus within the Kingdom Hearts series. Looking at Twitch chat, Sora says, "Birth by Sleep, everyone dies in the video game." This is true. And we have Elsa. Welcome in, Elsa. Welcome on into the podcast. Alright, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and show y'all a video real quick. Excuse me. Okay, let me go ahead and fix my webcam. Give me 1 second. Venti Wenty. Yes, Venti Wenty indeed. Our boy Venti Wenty. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and show this off, and we're going to go ahead and watch this real quick. Alright. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Let's see. Alright, let's go.
Quit while you can.
No, not without Kairi.
The darkness will destroy you.
You're wrong, Riku. The darkness may destroy my body, but it can't touch my heart. My heart will stay with my friends. It'll never die.
Really? Well, we'll just see about that.
Ah!
Sora ain't gonna go anywhere.
You'd betray your king?
Not on your life. But I'm not gonna betray Sora either, 'cause he's become one of my best buddies after all we've been through together. See you later, Donald. Could you tell the king I'm really sorry?
Hold on, Goofy! We'll tell him together! Well, you know, after one and right for all.
I guess you're stuck with us, Sora.
Thanks a lot, Donald, Goofy.
How will you fight without a weapon?
I know now I don't need the Keyblade. I've got a better weapon. My heart!
Your heart? What good will that weak little thing do for you?
Although my heart may be weak, it's not alone. It's grown with each new experience, and it's found a home with all the friends I've made. I've become part of their heart just as they've become a part of mine. And if they think of me now and then, if they don't forget me, then our hearts will be one. I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power.
Okay, let me pause it. Oh, oops. Okay. So anyway, if y'all see what I was getting at with that quote, like that quote from earlier, like to me, that scene actually just hits really hard to his standpoint. It's just like Sora says, like as long as his friends doesn't forget about him, like we all know that, like I feel like this to me, this like that quote alone, this kind of foreshadows Sora's future, that he's gonna keep fighting no matter what, and honestly, he just believes in his heart, just by seeing the good in people, that he's gonna keep fighting and he's just gonna keep going no matter what it takes, even if he has to sacrifice himself. So I feel like that quote is like, it's just so powerful, and like you can definitely tell, like with that line, like it just really impacts him a lot. It's just so good. Looking at Twitch now, we have Viper. Welcome in. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome on in, Viper. And looking at more Twitch chat, Donald, you're not sorry, you lousy feather quack. Zora says, when I first played this game, I thought I was going to have to fight Riku with the wooden sword. That would be insane. And then also we have Spider into the chat. Spider, welcome in, buddy. Welcome on in. Okay, so now going on to another one. Let me go ahead and pause the music. And I believe I'm at the next one that I want to showcase. Okay, right here. This one we gotta watch. This one.
Our union was not finished. The Keyblade shouldn't stay broken like this. Join me now. We can complete the Keyblade. I've got a better idea. How about I destroy you both? The Keyblade is made of your heart too, idiot. If you destroy it, your heart will vanish forever. Whatever it takes. Anything to save Terra and Aqua. It's always about your friends, isn't it? At least I have some. I've become a part of their heart, just as they become a part of mine. My friends are my power, and I'm theirs.
So see, like, even by looking at that, I feel like that quote is just very inspirational. And I feel like that at times throughout the Kingdom Hearts series, I feel like that is mostly is like Ventus just talking to Sora, even though his heart is resting within Sora, saying, my friends are my power. And we all know that even Sora is like, when he says, I become a part of theirs, just as they become a part of mine. That is obviously a strong reference to all the friends that he's interacted so far on his journey. Obviously, his friends on Destiny Islands being Riku and Kairi, Donald and Goofy that he's definitely is going on a journey with. Almost every character that Sora has met, that Sora has seen the good in people, he feels like that they are definitely a part of their lives. And like, even with that quote that Vince is saying, like even if he has to sacrifice himself, he's definitely going to keep fighting to do his best to save Terra and Aqua. And that quote it just goes so hard, It's just a really powerful quote that just lives rent free in his head. Like, and that's what makes it very unique, This cutscene is epic. Get burned, Vanitas. Oh, and finally, we got one more that I do want to show off. We got one more. Let's see. Let's go in and do... Where was it? Let's do this one. This one I have saved up. This one.
Whoopsie daisy. Wasn't easy putting you into a second sleep, and he almost woke you up.
So then, all that stuff I just saw, did you put that in my head?
No. That wasn't stuff. It was a dream. The falling asleep part was definitely our bad. But we can't put stuff in your head. Hey, I got an idea. Ask your heart. See if it's got a clue.
Well, my heart was aching. That's why I kept going.
Oh, Thank you, Sora's heart, for pushing him right into our clutches. Aren't hearts great? Steer us wrong every time.
You know, right? Because you all have hearts. Axel, and Roxas, and Naminé, and that other girl. I felt what Roxas felt. And they laughed together, got mad, and they grieved. You have to have a heart to cry.
It's about time you noticed.
Indeed. A heart is never lost for good. There may have been variances in our dispositions, but a number of us unquestionably showed signs of a burgeoning replacement. Once born, the heart can also be nurtured. Our experiments creating Heartless were attempts to control the mind and convince it to renounce its sense of self. But understand, one can banish the heart from the body, but the body will try to replace it the first chance it gets, for as many times as it takes. And so I knew, even after we were divided into Heartless and Nobodies, it was just a temporary separation.
Why then? Why did you lie to them and tell them they had no hearts?
Xemnas and Xehanort formed the organization for a specific reason. Round up a bunch of empty husks, hook them up to Kingdom Hearts, then fill them all with the exact same heart and mind. Translation? They were gonna turn all the members into Xehanort.
Make more Xehanorts? You tricked your friends to... But you... Aren't you scared of just... turning into someone else?
Me? I'm already half Xehanort.
That's nuts!
However, through weakness of body, weakness of will, or weakness of trust, most of the original members we had chosen for the organization were inadequate. Thus, naturally, they never had a chance to attain their goal. Yet, even this was to be expected. We have learned of the heart's folly, and we have achieved our other goals. This last excursion has proven to be a worthy closing assignment for the organization.
Just stop it! You treat people's hearts like bottles on a shelf, but they're not. Hearts are made of the people we meet, and how we feel about them. They're what ties us together even when we're apart. They're what make me strong.
Duh. You're strong because of the ties you have with other people. As if the Keyblade would choose a wimp like you. But no pouting. We see much bigger and better things in your future once you side with us.
I know the Keyblade didn't choose me, and I don't care. I'm proud to be a small part of something bigger. The people it did choose. My friends. They are my power!
Those are just words. You've lost. Fine. See where your power gets you here. Xemnas! He's all yours!
Okay. I think I showed enough of that one. But pretty much skipping Ricotta gets bonked off stage. We'll be fine. So, basically, just seeing from that quote there from Dream Drop Distance, that's just, like, to me, that literally just shows a lot. Like, even though Sora just having that realization, like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, he doesn't care that the Keyblade chose him. Even though he didn't ask for this, they chose him. But as long as he keeps fighting and he still feels what his friends are going through, like, through both good times and bad times, he's going to keep being there for him no matter what. Like, and even just saying that line to both, damn, I can't even speak, Zigbar and Xemnas, just saying, my friends and my power. And, like, Zigbar just quoting, like, see, fine, see what that power of yours does. But, like, and that just shows you, like, how, like, just how strong, like, Sora's heart is. Like, Sora just keeps fighting and fighting. He keeps going and going on his journey because he just feels for his friends that are in his heart. He's interacted with so many people. He's met so many good people along the way, even though he sees the good in them. But that just shows you what a strong character that Sora really is. And I feel like that just by looking at that quote just hits so hard within the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm not the biggest fan of Dream Drop Distance, but his endgame is amazing. Moments like this are blowing, says Sora. Spider says, transforming people to Xehanort is both ridiculous and crazy. Yes, it is, buddy. Sora says, I think DDD executed the whole My Friends, My Power quote the best in the series so far. Honestly, I agree to an extent. And I believe that just, that like foreshadows the future of Kingdom Hearts. Like, that just foreshadows to where, like, even though, like, some things probably might happen to him in the future, Sora's gonna keep fighting. He's gonna keep believing in his friends no matter what. And that just proves Sora's point right there. Marie already has Xehanort, says Sora. Okay. Oh, I want to see this one too. Sora says, chronologically, I can see it making sense that Ventus played the influence behind that quote, but I always associated it with Sora because he was the first to say it overall. This is definitely is true. And like I was saying before, Sora, like, I feel like that when Sora says it, it's very, excuse me, it's an inspirational quote. It's very inspirational. And I feel like that's just how it really impacts him as a character. It's just very inspirational. And that's why I feel it's a pretty deep and pretty powerful quote, in my opinion. So anyway, y'all, we are going to definitely move on to the next quote. So that is definitely one more. We got 6 more to go. So, obviously, you guys know this one was coming. Y'all knew I already was going to bring this up. But, so my second quote that what I believe I consider to be powerful is, I walk the road to dawn. Obviously, for big Riku fans such as myself, and I'm sure Valkyrie, who is present here in the podcast today, knows it. But to all of us Riku fans out there, we know like how pretty much we consider I Walk the Road to Dawn to be a very powerful quote. Like, because okay, so I have not finished Rechain of Memories yet, but I definitely am familiar with the movie though, because I definitely have seen it in the past. I'm definitely still working on my playthrough. But I am definitely, so Sora says finish it. I am gonna finish it. Don't worry. I will finish it. I am going to. I didn't forget about Rechain of Memories. But I want to definitely tie back to around the ending of Riku's story in Rechain of Memories, to where even Mickey like references like how Riku was able to like go back and forth with light to dark, to where he says, I'm trying to remember it fully, but Mickey says, and I quote, you know, light and dark, back to back, your heart still belongs to you, just the same way your light does. And I feel like then just spending time with King Mickey, I feel like that Riku was mostly good like a brotherly figure to Riku, definitely telling him like no matter what side you choose, whether it be light, whether it be darkness, or if you definitely choose to balance it, you know, your heart is still you, and you're always gonna just keep going no matter what happens. And even at the end of Rechain of Memories, like, we see both Mickey and Riku just walking down that road together, to where Diz is definitely giving them a choice to say, which path shall you choose? Would you choose the road to light or the road to darkness? And then Riku's response is, I'm taking the middle road. And then Diz's comment says, "Do you mean the Twilight Road to Nightfall?" And Riku's reply is, "No. It's the road to dawn." And I feel like that quote is just so powerful because we all know that, like all the way, jumping forward back to Kingdom Hearts 1, there was definitely, it was a big influence to darkness for Riku. And then going back forward to Rechain of Memories, he was able to, figure out on his own, balancing both light and darkness, which is why he chooses to walk the road to dawn. And just by thinking about that quote, I personally do feel like that just helps Riku just grow strong. That just helps him along the way with his character arc. Because I'm going to say this right now. Riku definitely has, the strongest character arc out there. Okay. Sorry, I'm speaking too fast on this one. Riku has a really strong character arc. His character arc just grows so strong. And, even though, Riku has been through a lot since the very first Kingdom Hearts game, that is definitely another quote that just lives rent-free in his head. Just being able to balance both light and darkness in the best way that he can. But he does feel it, that he does have people who care about him. Specifically Sora. And Sora, to him, was, very inspirational. To where Sora's come on, Riku, I'm sure we can all do this and stuff like that. But Riku is definitely doing his best. And, even though we all know at the end, this is definitely a spoiler to Melody of Memory, we all know that he definitely wants to go help his friend, Sora, because Riku definitely knows, and he just believes it in his heart, that at least he definitely has a friend and other people who really do care about him. So, even that he's going to be taking a deep dive into a world that he's not familiar with, he's definitely going to do his best to go save Sora. Whenever we get to Kingdom Hearts 4, whenever that part comes up. But we'll get there really someday. But to me, I just really feel like that quote just hits hard, and that just definitely foreshadows Riku's future of how his character arc just keeps growing and growing and growing, and he just gets stronger over time. Valkyrie says, Riku's story is the best story in Chain of Memories. This, I agree. And I can't wait to experience it when I play through Rechain of Memories. Spider says, I too shall walk to dawn. That is good, yes. You totally should. So anyway, we're going to do... Okay, so I'm going to show 2 cutscenes for Riku to where he actually says the quote, I'm walking the road to dawn. But first, I feel like I need to show this part first. Okay, we don't want to talk about food right now because it's not even past my lunchtime yet. It's not even my lunchtime. Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and skip this. Okay. All right, here we go. I believe we're ready. Okay, we're ready. Okay. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's watch this real quick. Okay. Let's go.
So, Riku, what happens next? Are you going home?
I can't go home. Not yet. It's still here. It's really faint, but I can sense him. So, I think his darkness may still have a hold on me.
Your darkness belongs to you, just the same way your light does. Up till now, I thought darkness was something that should never exist. Then, I spent time with you and changed my mind. The road you chose, I didn't know. Light and dark, back to back. With you, I think they might meet in a way nobody's seen before. Wonder where that road leads. I'd like to see myself.
Huh?
I'd like to walk the road with ya.
Your Majesty, I'm really flattered. I don't know what to say.
Gosh, Riku, you know you don't have to call me that now. We're pals.
Fair enough, Mickey. What are you making me choose now?
Between the road to light and the road to darkness.
Neither suits me. I'm taking the middle road.
Do you mean the twilight road to nightfall?
No. It's the road to dawn.
So like, just seeing that quote right there, like, you can definitely tell, like, Mickey is definitely his understanding of Riku's decision. Like, even that quote that he says, you know, back in Castle Oblivion, where he says, light and dark, back to back. And, like, even saying more quotes such as, your darkness belongs to you just the same way your light does. And then even, like, saying that he wants to be there with Riku, where he says, wonder where that road leads. I like to see that myself. And, like, to me, I also feel like that quote definitely foreshadows, like, Riku's character forward. Because, like, this definitely explains as to, like, why Riku and Mickey definitely spend time together. Why their bond is so strong. Because even though, like, you know, even though, like, Sora had said back in Kingdom Hearts 1, where he says, you know, I'm trying to remember how it was, but y'all can correct me on this, where he says the heart may be weak, but it's not alone. And I really do feel like with that quote on its own, it just, to me, that is just the journey, that is just the beginning journey of Riku growing as a character. Being able to balance between light and dark. And, like, you know, like I was saying before, like, Riku has been through so much, but his character arc within the Kingdom Hearts series is just so damn good. He just grows a lot, dude. And I really do feel that. Like, I honestly do feel that for Riku, but for Riku, he definitely feels that he is not alone. Even though he has his friends from Destiny Islands that he still thinks about and a few others, he has one friend to where he has a strong bond with, and that is King Mickey. Even though he said, you know, again, where he says, wonder where that road leads. I like to see that myself. He definitely wants to be there for Riku. He definitely sees like a strong friendship with Riku. So that way he doesn't have to go, you know, by himself. So if anything were to happen to Riku, at least Mickey is definitely like implying like, hey, you know, no matter what you choose in the end, like whether you choose the road to light, the road to darkness, or as what you say before, you definitely want to balance it. I at least want to be there with you. I want to journey that experience with you. And I feel like that quote, it just hits so hard right here. And like I was saying before, that is indeed the beginning of Riku's character, of him growing. That is definitely the beginning. Oh my god, Sora, I'm just looking at that Mickey voice. But he adds on saying, Chain of Memories is where Riku's character really begins to grow. This, I personally do agree. That, I definitely do agree. It definitely does keep growing. Okay. So, now I gotta show one more to kind of like go forward with my argument. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna do this one now. Oops. I messed up on that one. Okay. Okay, here we go. No, that is just a playthrough. Okay, I believe this is it. Excuse me. Okay, let me see. This is okay, hang on. I don't know if this is it. Let's see. Yep, goodbye. Goodbye. We don't need to worry about you, Frollo. Get out of here. We don't need to watch Frollo die. We all know how he dies in the end. Anyway, all right. This is what we came here for.
You're Ansem. Why are you here?
Your best friend is never far.
So sad. The cost of yielding to the darkness.
You could write a book about that.
But I embrace the darkness. And unless you hurry up and learn to do the same,
your story will end just like his.
I walk the road to dawn.
Still afraid of the dark, I see.
Wait! He thinks I'm afraid of the dark? No. Not while I have the Keyblade. It will guide me to the light.
Oh wait, that what? Dang, I think I sped that up a little bit fast. I think I sped that away. Go away, Amazon Prime. Yeah, I saw that. So anyway, so just by looking at that quote, and I'm gonna say this though, and I feel like a lot of us Kingdom Hearts fans, good job being another. Yeah, I did on an accident. My bad. That was an accident. So anyway, so just by looking at that quote, like, and I feel like a lot of us Kingdom Hearts fans can agree with this to an extent. I feel that that Dream Drop Distance is definitely one of the best moments within the Kingdom Hearts history of Riku actually growing. This is definitely as to where, you know, even though he's definitely is keep on continuing up that road of balancing light and darkness, even though like young Xehanort says, like, oh, you know, you're still afraid of the darkness no matter what you say, you know, you can't trick us or whatever. But in Riku's heart, he's like saying, you know, like, as long as I have the Keyblade, I will keep on seeking light. And even throughout the history of the Kingdom Hearts series, I feel like this just keeps on going forward and forward to Riku just growing as a character. And even to this day, like, even like during the events of Kingdom Hearts 3, Riku is still growing. Like, even during the scenes where like him and King Mickey had to explore the realm of darkness together to go find Aqua, like, he's still fighting no matter what it takes. Like he's still keeping his heart strong, and like he just knows that like as long as he has the Keyblade, he definitely will find a way to the light, and just keep on balancing that darkness that he has within him. And I feel like to me, I walk the road to dawn is another quote that what I can definitely consider to be a powerful one. Valkyrie says in Twitch chat, I love that scene in Dream Drop Distance. I do too. It's so good. It's definitely as good. Alright, y'all. So now, we're going to move on to quote number 3. So, this one right here. We're going to move on to quote number 3. Let's look at the next quote that I have written down, that I consider to be powerful. This one right here. You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is light. I'm sure everyone who's played Kingdom Hearts 1 is familiar with this quote. And I feel like... So this quote. So jumping into our third quote for this discussion. This is definitely like another one. This is definitely another one that I definitely consider to be a very powerful quote within the Kingdom Hearts series. Like, Sora just stating that line, like, around the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, where he says, Kingdom Hearts is light. Even though in the end, that Ansem just wanted Kingdom Hearts to help him, to give him the power of darkness. But we all know that in the end, Kingdom Hearts is definitely light. Because, like, you guys know, this saying goes, like, you know, there is a light at the end of every tunnel. And no matter what happens, there's always going to be light. So, for a psychological standpoint, we go on this journey together. And even though at times, or whether we're walking down this dark tunnel, we always believe in our hearts that in the end, there's going to be light at the end of every tunnel. And I feel that this quote just hits really hard. Really hard. And like, oh my god, I'm speaking too fast. I definitely do feel like this quote definitely impacts Sora along the way from Kingdom Hearts 1 and jumping forward all the way to Kingdom Hearts 3, and hopefully for even further down the line in Kingdom Hearts 4. Like, this quote just hits so hard in many ways, and I definitely would like to show it off. Looking at Twitch, yo, what's up, Umbra? welcome on in. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. How have you been? Welcome on in. Welcome to my podcast. Good to see you drop in, Umbra. I hope you are doing well. It's always good to see homies like you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and find that quote. We're gonna go in and go find it. Okay, I believe this is probably it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, I found it. I definitely found it. Okay, let me go ahead and turn off the music. And let's go ahead and play the cutscene, y'all. Shall we? Alright, let's go.
It is futile. The Keyblade alone cannot seal the door to darkness. Kingdom Hearts! Fill me with the power of darkness! Supreme darkness!
You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt. Kingdom Hearts is light!
We all know this was coming.
Light! But why?
Okay, this part we don't need to see. We don't need to see that one. Okay. Umber says my void is shut after last. Oh, the Game Award. That's right. Yeah, that was a thing last night, wasn't it? So anyway, so just by looking at that quote, I just feel like that quote alone just hits really hard. Like Sora being able to understand that Kingdom Hearts is definitely his light, and like at the end of the day, no matter what happens within the series, there's always going to one side, there's always going to be light, and then the other, there's always going to be darkness. But at the end of the day, like Sora just definitely just sees it like how, like at the end of every tunnel, Kingdom Hearts is light. Even though there's going to be darkness down the road, he definitely just believes in his heart that at the end of every dark tunnel, there is light. And to him, on a psychological standpoint, Kingdom Hearts is definitely his light. And I feel like with that quote, like Sora definitely understands, like within his heart, that light just always vanquishes darkness in any form, in any shape or way. And that's why personally I do feel like that quote alone just keeps on going forward. Even throughout the Kingdom Hearts series, like just starting off like with Sora's journey in Kingdom Hearts 1, being able to be the boy who wields the Keyblade, and going on these journeys that he's been on. Like, he still believes in his heart. Kingdom Hearts is light. And even though there's going to be darkness there, light is going to be there to guide him along the way. So, that's why personally, I do feel like that the whole, I know now without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is a light quote, is to me is what I definitely do consider to be a powerful one. It's a really good quote, and that's why I decided to choose it. Umbra says, Billy Zane is so peak. This, I agree. I definitely do agree. I mean, it would have been awesome for him to come back as Ansem, but honestly, I do love the current voice of Ansem. I mean, honestly, all the voice actors for Ansem, they're both good. They're both really good. Okay. Okay, guys. So, now, my next quotes. Definitely I want to dive into this one. I definitely want to dive into my next quote. This is quote number 4. This is what I have written down. Okay, I have this quote right here. You guys know where I'm getting at for this one. Here we go. My 4th quote that I consider to be powerful. To the heart seeking freedom, This land is a prison surrounded by water. And so this boy sought out to escape from his prison. He sought a way to cross over into other worlds, and he opened his heart to darkness. His heart belongs again to darkness. All worlds begin in darkness, and all so end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to darkness, whence it came. So you see, darkness is the heart's true essence. So obviously we all know that that is definitely is a line from Ansem to what, or basically what a lot of us like to call the Ansem speech at the end of, around the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, to where he actually is telling us to both to Sora, Donald, and Goofy. But also, this is definitely is another quote that definitely was said by Terranort around the ending of Terra Story in Birth by Sleep. And this quote right here definitely just hits hard for many reasons. To me, like, you know, like even like looking at people like Ansem, definitely believing like darkness is like, darkness can be strong, but like darkness definitely is strong in many ways. But there is another quote I definitely want to add on to this one, and y'all can correct me for this one if I'm wrong. But there is a line in Birth by Sleep that Master Xehanort says to Terra, to where he mentions about darkness is something that can be channeled. And like this quote definitely is another quote that just hits hard along the way, like throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. Like, I mean, there are people who have overcame light, and there are people who definitely have seeked darkness. So we're gonna definitely watch 2 cutscenes real quick. Spider says light can overcome darkness. That's right, buddy. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Okay, we're gonna find this. Ansem speech, Kingdom Hearts 1. We're gonna find it. You guys ready? Y'all ready for this? Oh, no. We don't need that. No advertisements. Go away. We don't need the advertisements, y'all. No advertisements, please. Okay. This is what I wanted. Okay. Okay, let me go in and pause this. Let's go in and watch together. Y'all ready? Let's go. Here we go.
To the heart-seeking freedom, this island is a prison, surrounded by water. And so this boy sought out to escape from his prison. He sought a way to cross over into other worlds, and he opened his heart to darkness.
Riku!
Don't bother. Your voice can no longer reach him where he is. His heart belongs again to darkness. All worlds begin in darkness. And all so end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. You see, darkness is the heart's true essence.
That's not true! The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
So you have come this far, and still you understand nothing. Every light must fade. Every heart return to darkness.
Okay. So before I go on further, we do have one more that I do want to show off. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Let me see if I can find that scene. That one scene that I want. My God, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, I don't need a playthrough. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's there. I know it's definitely here. It is here. I'm going to find it. Hopefully I'll find it. Let me see. Not here. Not here. Not here. Okay. Right here. I think I got it. Okay, here we go. Let's go.
This heart belongs again to darkness. All worlds begin in darkness, and also end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it. It grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. Your body submits, your heart succumbs. So why does your mind resist?
This is actually a good fight, by the way. This is definitely a good one. But Sora says on the Twitch chat, darkness is the heart's true essence, gets knocked out by a keyblade. Okay. So anyway, so just by looking at that quote itself, like, obviously we know that that Birth by Sleep quote definitely was a reference from back all the way in Kingdom Hearts 1. So I feel like that this quote mostly impacts both Riku and Terra. Because we all know, like, you know, they've had their, like in their own separate ways, both Riku and Terra definitely had their own experience with darkness. Even though, like, around the beginning of Birth by Sleep, Master Xehanort comments to Terra saying that darkness can be channeled. And, like, and I feel that, like, for Riku's side of the story, I feel like that he definitely was able to channel it in his own way. Being able to, like, you know, like, channel both the light and darkness inside his heart, and being able to not give in to the darkness. He chooses not to give in to the darkness within his heart. So he chooses to balance it, as what we've learned all the way back in Rechain of Memories. Now, with Terra on the other hand, you know, Terra definitely, you know, he had a lot of frustration and anger, and that was like his darkness, like having that anger and frustration. But in his heart, he definitely had light, being able to care about the friends who always was there for him, such as Ventus and Aqua. So he was able. So even though, like, he had that Terra was able to experience darkness within his heart, at least that part of him still had that light to where he does care about the people that he loves, mostly Ventus and Aqua. And where this quote is getting at, you know, to where, you know, darkness is definitely going to come a long way, to where darkness sprouts, it grows, it consumes it. But in the end, you know, it's just like Sora was saying, you know, like, the heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down that there's a light that never goes out. So honestly, like, adding on to that quote, especially the one from, like, the speech from Ansem back in Kingdom Hearts 1, and, like, Terranort saying that in Birth by Sleep, like, the reason why I do feel that both Riku and Terra are still going is because even though they've had both of them each have definitely experience their own way of dealing with darkness, at least in their hearts, that there is a light that never goes out. Like, they're always just going to keep being there. Always going to keep being themselves. They're just always there no matter what. And, like, that quote is, to me, definitely is a powerful one. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. But so far, y'all, so we got about, let's see. I think we got about 3 more quotes left. So, if you guys have made it this far, thank y'all so much for sticking around, though. I'm doing my best here, though. And definitely let me know how I'm doing. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to follow. Don't forget to the following by liking, sharing, subscribing, all that good jazz. So thank y'all so much for sticking around. You guys are amazing. I'm doing, like, honestly, this is something new I've been wanting to try. But in the end, I'm going to keep doing my best. Okay. So I think we're ready. I think we're ready to move on to my 5th quote. My 5th one is, and I feel that this one is one that I needed to bring up. This one is definitely as important. You guys know where I'm getting at. May your heart be your guiding key. But you know what? This one, without a doubt, we all know that definitely, like, how powerful this quote is. Obviously, we know that this is a quote that lives rent-free to all of us Kingdom Hearts fans. We know that this is the quote that was started by the Master of Masters himself. Heck, we've even heard Yen Sid say it. But this quote just hits really hard for many reasons. So, like, for almost pretty much with every character within the Kingdom Hearts series. Like, just hearing that quote, may your heart be your guiding key. I feel like, you know, like, with literally every character, looking at characters like Sora and Riku and Kairi and pretty much almost everyone, their heart definitely plays a key role into guiding them on their journey to where they want to go. Like, with Sora definitely follows his heart on wanting to keep on getting stronger, to keep on seeing the good in people, and to keep being there for his friends. With Riku, he's definitely using his heart, like, his heart serves as a guiding key to balance both the light and darkness that he balances. And, like, no matter what happens, like, all these characters have their own way of choosing their own path. And the only reason why they're still doing it is because they're using their heart to guide them. So, I'm definitely going to play the one from back cover for this one. I got this. Actually, you know what? I'm definitely going to play this one. I'll play this one.
If you're lunch.
No, we don't need that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't need these ads. Go away, please. Okay. Alright, let's watch this together. Okay, no, not that. Okay. Alright, y'all ready? Here we go. Let's watch this.
May our hearts be our guiding key.
May our hearts be our guiding key.
May your heart be your guiding key.
May my heart be my guiding key.
May your heart be your guiding key.
May your heart be your guiding key. May your heart be your guiding key.
May my heart be my guiding key.
May your heart be your guiding key.
May your hearts be your guiding key.
May my heart be my guiding key.
May your heart be your guiding key.
May my heart be our guiding key.
May your heart be your 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 guiding key.
We all set off toward different destinations, each with our hearts as our guiding key.
So just by hearing that quote alone, just by hearing that quote, obviously we know like how powerful that hits. So like, as what Kyrie's pretty much was implying at the end of that quote, like every person's gonna have their own path, their own road they're gonna want to take. But as long as they keep following their heart is definitely going to be their guiding key. So like, even though like, for example, like we saw like how Aqua was falling into the realm of darkness. Even though she says like even though like we all know that she falls in there, she's definitely gonna keep trying to find her way out, but just by following her heart. But going back to where I'm saying is like, may your heart be your guiding key. It just hits so hard for so many ways, and I feel like this is just like another psychological standpoint for a lot of characters. So like, there's gonna be a lot of struggles along the way, but as long as each character within the Kingdom Hearts series just keeps following their heart, they're gonna use that heart to be their guiding key, to choose the path that they want. What is the road to light? The road to darkness? Or you want to be like Riku, who chooses to balance it. But no matter what happens at the end of the day, each character, whether good or evil, they follow their own heart. They follow their own path as to what they consider to be their guiding key. And that's why I definitely feel like and I feel like for all of us as fans, I feel like that even in a psychology standpoint, this even impacts us in reality. We follow our hearts. Our hearts also play a role as our guiding key. Like, as people, we get to choose the path of what we want to do, what we want to seek in life, what we want to see for our future. As long as we keep following our heart is our guiding key. And that's what I personally believe. Looking at Twitch chat, man, I love hearing that. Me too, Spider. It is such a really good quote. Okay, so we got 2 more quotes to go. We have my 6th one. We have quote number 6. This is definitely a pretty good one. So this quote right here, I'm going to say this one right here. Number 6, here we go. Here we go, guys. So my next one is, I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real or not? Now, this one right here, this one, to me, is definitely as part of Sora's character arc. And I feel like this is definitely another quote that definitely lives rent-free in Sora's head. Obviously, we've all heard this at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1. But to me, I definitely feel that this is definitely an impact. Not only is it a powerful quote, but it's definitely one that impacts him the most. Like, I've been having these weird dreams lately. Like, is any of this for real or not? And to my theory alone about that is like, when I do think about it, I wonder if like all these dreams that Sora definitely has been having since around the first Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm definitely wanting to guess is like, if Sora was able to see part of stuff that's going to happen within his future, like, was he like, even though we all know that like when it came to the Keyblade, obviously we know he didn't get to choose this. They chose him. They chose him to obtain the Keyblade. So was Sora able to like predict this? Was Sora able to like understand like his journey of what's to come in the future? So just going on through all these journeys. Even though in the end, there were times where he even sacrifices his own self. Like, so I feel like Sora just keeps on having these dreams. And I feel like this definitely like impacts him as a character and just impacts his future. Just to see to where he gets. But that to me is definitely a really good quote. So, we're going to go ahead and watch 2 cutscenes, by the way. We're going to watch 2 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. No. I don't need this right now. I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely really don't need it. We don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay. Okay, right here. Let's watch this. Here we go.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
Okay. And then finally, I know this will definitely will be a spoiler. But I feel like that this one I also need to play. I need to play this one. Okay, right here. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this real quick.
Commander.
Impressive, is it not?
I've been having these weird thoughts lately.
Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
Okay. So now we know that whole quote alone. You know, I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real or not? And now, obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of theory and speculation going on as to like how somebody like Yozora is able to understand that quote as well. But I feel that whenever we get to Kingdom Hearts 4, which I'm sure we're probably gonna see him there, will see Yozora there. I feel like that like in Kingdom Hearts 4, like I do feel like he's probably going to fully understand that whole quote, like, I've been having these weird thoughts lately, like, is any of this for real or not? And I feel like, now, jumping back to Sora, I feel like that this also is a quote that just, that also just lives rent-free in his head. Like, cause, like, when you do think about it, like, throughout this whole journey with Sora, though, like, to him, like, could it really mean to him, like, in his mind, like, all this could probably be a dream? Like, is any of this for real or not? Like, with him being able to attain the Keyblade, even though, like, he never even asked for it to begin with. Like, is this all real to him? Or is this all just a dream? Like, pretty much it's like his entire journey alone. Like, jumping forward all the way from Kingdom Hearts 1 to definitely to, like, into the future. Whenever we get to Kingdom Hearts 4. Whenever we actually learn more about Kingdom Hearts 4. And I feel like that when we get to Kingdom Hearts 4, I feel like that we'll get to understand more of Yozora's side of the story. Like, how is it that, like, in the secret episode, both Sora and Yozora were able to meet and to interact with each other? So, like, I feel like that we definitely are going to fully understand that as a whole whenever we get to Kingdom Hearts 4. Whenever we learn about that in the future. And I feel that we will get there. So that is, to me, is what I considered another powerful quote. And then finally, I like to dive in to my last one. My last quote. My quote number 7. So, I'm definitely going to play this quote right here. I'm definitely going to play it through YouTube video. I'm going to play it right here. Let's see. So this quote that I'm going to be picking next is the confrontation of Terra and Riku. It's the speech that Terra says to young Riku when it comes with the Keyblade. So so this is the quote that I want. Let me see, where is the quote that I have next? And I'll definitely will point it out when we get there. Also, we love young Riku, y'all. We do.
Hey, did you come from the outside world?
Why would you say that?
Because nobody lives out here. And I know you're not from the main island.
Smart kid. So how about you? What are you doing here?
Oh, my friend's dad took us out on the boat. This is where we like to play. But it won't let us row out here by ourselves. Not till we get older.
Must be hard, huh? Stuck in one place.
I heard once there was a kid who left for good. So how did you get here anyway?
Is there some reason you're interested in the outside world?
Yeah. I want to be strong one day. Like that kid who left. He went to the outside world. I bet he's really strong now. I know it's out there somewhere. The strength that I need.
Strength for what?
To protect the things that matter. You know, like my friends.
Okay, the quote is coming out right here. This is
Outside this tiny world.
Not this one.
Is a much bigger one.
Right here. This is the quote that I picked. This is my 7th quote.
In your hand, take this key. So long as you have the makings, then through this simple act of taking, its wielder you shall one day be, and you will find me, friend. No ocean will contain you then. No more borders around or below or above, so long as you champion the ones you love.
Okay. So yeah, that was a quote I definitely wanted to play right there. That was one quote. That is, to me, is my final quote. That is my final one. That is the last one that I'm going to talk about. So, I'm going to get my screen big real quick. So, I feel like that with that whole speech that Riku... No, not Riku. Well, that Terra actually said to Riku, I feel like that is definitely going to be like a foreshadowing, you know, that is definitely going to be a foreshadowing to Riku's future. Because I want to see the quote again. I'm just going to read it. I'm not going to play it. Okay, so this is what he says. In your hand, take this key. So long as you have the makings, then through this simple act of taking, its wielder you shall one day be, and you will find me, friend. No ocean will contain you then. No more borders around or below or above, so long as you champion the ones you love. So to me, for my 7th and final quote for this podcast, I do feel like that podcast, so I feel that quote definitely is like a strong symbolism of Riku's journey, and to where I feel like where Terra is getting at is to where, like, you know, even like as long as you're a wielder of the Keyblade, as long as you keep on going, no matter what road you pick, you keep, like, your true champion is the ones that you cherish and love. And like looking at Riku's quote, like in the beginning where he says, you know, like for young Riku, where he says, you know, like where he says, I want to be strong someday. I want to be strong. And I feel that that quote that Terra delivers to Riku way before Riku touches the Keyblade, I feel like that this is definitely more an inspirational one. So, like, just going forward to back to when Riku was just a small boy, and this journeying to where we are now into the future, to where we'll get to see more of Riku in Kingdom Hearts 4. I do feel like so long as he wields the Keyblade, no matter what road he chooses, which obviously in the end we know that he definitely gets to channel both the light and darkness in his heart by walking down that road, the road to dawn. As long as he carries that Keyblade, he's gonna, like, his true champion is the ones that he loves. And to me, Terra is saying, like, as long as you carry the Keyblade, your true champion are your friends. So throughout, like, Riku's journey, like, even though, like, that Riku has been through a lot, he's definitely has been taking on Terra's advice, saying, like, hey, I've definitely have been through a lot. As long as I think about my friends who have been there for me, looking at King Mickey, Sora, and Kairi, pretty much every person that I've interacted with, and I may have continued to walk the road to dawn, but my true champion are the people who I cherish the most. As long as I carry this Keyblade, those are my true champions. My true champions are my friends. And I feel like that's what keeps Riku going as a Keyblade master. It's like, even though like he's been through a lot, even though at times he probably might have to sacrifice himself, but in the end, his true champion, Riku's true champion in his heart, are his friends and the people who care about him, the people who he cares about, the one who he cherishes close and treasures deeply in his heart. So I feel like with that quote, that speech that Terra delivers to young Riku, it just hits so hard on so many levels. Spider's the last quote. Did you make a list? I did. I was reading my notebook. I was reading my notebook throughout the podcast. I don't know if you saw me read my notebook, Spider. Valkyrie says, that was an impressive quote. It definitely is an impressive quote. And it's definitely the reason why I really do like it and why it's one of my personal favorites. Spider says, it almost sounds like Terra wants to pass the torch to Riku. And to me, that's exactly what he was kind of doing, Spider. That was the reason why that Riku, it was mostly like a passing on the torch. Because when you saw there in that cutscene, Spider, we saw, like Riku got to see, an older version of Riku. So to him, it felt like, hey, this kid definitely has a lot of potential to be a Keyblade wielder. Which is why, of course, originally back in Kingdom Hearts 1, Riku was supposed to get the Keyblade, not Sora. So at first, it was supposed to be Riku was supposed to get it. But in the end, even though, of course, we all know that Riku definitely is a Keyblade master, he still carries on that advice from Terra. As long as he's a Keyblade wielder, his true champion is the one, or the people in his heart. And I honestly agree with Valkyrie here where she says in the Twitch chat, he's going to have a big role in Kingdom Hearts 4. Riku is also going to have a big role in 4 too. Let's be real. And I honestly believe that. Even at the end of Melody and Memory, he definitely is preparing himself to, explore to Quadratum, to go find his friend and to bring him back. So, obviously, we don't know what's going to happen to Riku, but I feel like this is definitely going to be one of Riku's toughest journeys just to bring his friend back. Because there's going to probably be a lot of hardships along the way, especially from the first trailer we saw in Kingdom Hearts 4. But we all know this, y'all. And I know I keep on repeating myself for this one. But Riku's true champion is the people he cares about within his heart. And I feel like that's what makes him stronger. That's what's gonna make him even more stronger whenever we get further and further within Kingdom Hearts 4. Whenever we get to learn more about it in the future. So that's what I personally believe. That's why I believe that definitely is one of the most powerful quotes within the Kingdom Hearts series. And it's just so good. It's just a really strong quote, you guys. So anyway, my friends, that is going to wrap up my first episode of my Kingdom Hearts podcast Walking to Dawn. And I hope I did a good job. I hope I did good. Like I said from the start, I was a little nervous doing this. Like diving into some deep water with all this stuff for Kingdom Hearts series and lore. I'm praying I did a good job. Like I said, I did my best, but in the end, honestly, you know, I think I did good, and I can't wait to do some more in the future. So guys, feel free, be sure to come back for my next episode, for episode 2 of my Kingdom Hearts podcast, Walking the Road to Dawn Together. And we are going to keep walking that road to Dawn together. As for episode 2, we are going to be talking about one of my personal favorite Kingdom Hearts characters. We are going to be talking about Aqua. And we're going to be talking about her journey and to what her journey as a Keyblade wielder is going to lead her into the possibilities of Kingdom Hearts 4. We are definitely going to see, like, we're going to start all the way from the beginning of Aqua's journey. From the beginning of her living in the land of departure with Terra and Ventus, and to where she is now, and to what we can probably expect from her in the future in Kingdom Hearts 4. So, that is going to be our episode 2 discussion, is talking about Aqua's journey. And hopefully I will see you there. I'll definitely will see you there for more in the future. And I definitely already know, and honestly, I can't wait. So until next time, this has been your boy, Born of Kukiri. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you love Kingdom Hearts. I can't wait to do some more in the future, and it's going to be great. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on January 13th, 2025 for episode 2, as together, we're going to be talking about Aqua's journey. See you guys then.